What's going on, boxing world? YouTube boxing, what's going on? Welcome back to DroffatsTV. Let's get right to it. We got an upcoming fight in Philly. Boots Ennis versus Lima, the guy none of us have heard about. Boots been getting a lot of shit lately, man. He went out there to Big Bear to help Canelo get ready for Bud Crawford. People are calling him the code breaker. When we ain't talking C Java or Python, the code breaker himself, Jaron Boots Ennis. His first fight at 154 next Saturday, October 11th, against the IBO champ Lima, man. Never heard of this guy, and we don't give a shit about the IBO. No disrespect to the people over there, whoever runs the IBO. But nonetheless, we're going to be watching this fight because, quite frankly, there's nothing else to watch. There's no fights this weekend. Well, there's in the UK. We don't know none of those guys out here in the US, but and this is the only fight next week. Well, there's actually a fight next week in the UK. We might be checking out. What's his name? Dave Allen or whatever the hell his name, the heavyweight. But nonetheless, let me stick to this. Boots versus Lima, October 11th, back in Philly. Listen, man. Let's skip to 2026. This should be easy work for Boots. He uses the jab, the power jab. He's going to set the pace with the jab, then go to the body, beat up and break this guy down. Unless this guy is like, what's the guy that just beat Ioannis Tellez, man? He pulled the upset, Abbas Baru. Unless Lima is like Baru, because we never heard of him. Maybe this guy is a stepper, got combinations, a good-ass chin. I don't know. I'm going with Boots, man. I just think the power jab, he's going to attack the body, use the combinations, use the footwork, circle the ring, take care of business. Like I said, let's skip to 2026. What should be next for Boots? Abbas Baru, he's actually in talks to unify versus WBO world champ Xander Zayas. But Boots is mandatory with the WBA. So Baru, he got options, man. He could fight Boots in Philly or go out to Puerto Rico, fight Xander Zayas in unification. But as far as Boots, I mean, he's also the WBC mandatory for the current champ, Sebastian Fundora, who has an upcoming fight versus Keith Thurman. I do think Fundora is going to win that fight versus Thurman. However, Keith Thurman could pull off the upset, become the new WBC champ at 154. Will he fight Boots? He's been talking a lot of shit about Boots. Boots ain't never fought nobody. A lot of crazy shit. Will he fight Boots or pull that bullshit? These guys are the champ. You can't tell me who to fight. I'll fight whoever I want to fight. Will he do that? I don't know. I'm just speculating. Personally, I don't think Keith Thurman would fight Boots if he was to pull off the upset versus Fundora. But I got Fundora beating up, breaking down Keith Thurman. Probably stopping him late, maybe 9th, 10th round. Could be hella wrong, but we'll see what happens. Additionally, I have Boots beating the IBF champ Bakram. I think Bakram's totally overrated, man. I mean, he fought Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is right there in the middle of the ring. No lateral movement, no ring generalship. He's right there to be punched on. I think Bakram's overrated. I would have Boots beating Bakram for the IBF. He would have to fight in Philly because Bakram, he doesn't have a following. He has no fans, doesn't have a following, unfortunately. He is managed by Igis Kleeman, who managed Triple G, manages, he used to manage Lomachenko before he retired, also manages the middleweight champion, Janabek. So we'll see what happens with that. But just go back to the fight with Bakram versus, what's his name? Is it Calclay? Calclay was beating him until he got stopped in the 11th round. But that's what you got to do against Bakram. You got to attack him. You got to have quick hands, hit the body. So Boots could definitely beat Bakram. And then let's just skip ahead. As far as Virgil Ortiz, he's never going to fight Virgil Ortiz. So let's just start with the hypotheticals and breaking down that potential matchup. Oscar De La Coca, he's already trying to make Ortiz versus Spence at AT&T Stadium in Texas. Come on, man. You know De La Hoya, De La Coca. He already has it mapped out for Ortiz. This guy's never gonna fight for a world title. He's content being the interim champ with the WBC. That fight's never gonna happen. As far as Bud, Bud's earned the right to do what the hell he wants to do. That ship has sailed. When you guys were pushing Bud to the side years ago, all of a sudden he's the man. You guys are demanding this fight. Boots versus Bud. That shit ain't gonna happen. Let's get the fuck over it. That fight's not happening. Boots, stick to 154. There's work you could get against Barau, Xander Zayas, Fondora, and Bakram. Boots is on record saying he wants to be undisputed at 154, 160. It didn't happen at 147. So here's his opportunity. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Forget that fight with Bud or Ortiz. Go after the champions after you beat up Breakdown Lima October 11th. This is just how I see the boxing world, people. So if you don't like what the hell I'm saying, leave a comment down below. Like the video, share with a friend of a friend, and subscribe to DroffatsTV.